Welcome back to another episode of Sleeping Giants, Red Star Belgrade. Now, in our last episode, we got absolutely bottom-butted. That's not a phrase at all, is it? What the hell am I talking about? We got battered by Porto, and it was a shame because we actually played quite well against them, and it kind of gave me the idea that maybe there is something to be had from this tournament this year. It's a shame because it was we did so well, but unfortunately Harriman was pretty awful, and he's kind of continued in that vein this month, although it may not look like it. Now today we have the Red Bull Salzburg game away, which is going to be awesome. Now you might notice that our next game of the league after that is the FK Partizan game. Now I didn't realise this, I can't believe I didn't see this, so I'm not going to be live comming it, but I will be live comming the follow-up, the home leg, so to speak, round in April. So don't worry, we will still be seeing a live com against Partizan. I didn't notice it coming up like that, and I can't do back-to-back really this time. It's just, I don't feel that there's enough content to be put out. Although, it depends when I record this, actually. If you do want to see it, then let me know. But I think I probably won't be doing that. I don't think, actually, I think I'll have already recorded it by the time that you guys get a chance to tell me. So, yeah. I will do the second one, but we are going to be doing Red Bull Salzburg today, and then we are going to be doing that buying game there, because buying away is going to be just us getting battered, I would have thought. Plus, I do need to speed things up a little bit at times, so that's usually the one I skip. So yeah, today we are at away at Red Bull Salzburg, but first let's get into the games I've played since then. So we had a game against, Radnik Sudulica aren't a bad side. They're actually having I think they were promoted 2 seasons ago. I think they were promoted as the first season, so to speak. So they started in this league in the second season, so last season. They're having an alright run this year, and they demonstrated how decent they can be at times in this game. And I'm not talking about the apologies, you can just hear the game sound. Let me just mute that. I'm not talking about the sort of quality of their attacking play. It was more to do with their defending. They actually limited us to some pretty... that was a goal from a corner, and then our second... from Darko Lazic, by the way. And our second goal was pretty much just the most Route 1 sort of Bolton circa 2005 goal that you're ever going to see. They weren't that good, but they did okay against us. They only conceded twice. And now watch this. Eventually it's going to come back to Darko Lazic, and he is just going to lump this over the top, because they just weren't letting us in behind them. We were having a lot of shots, but they were from outside the area. Although long shots only 4, interestingly. Watch this, just lumped over the top from Lazic. Otu's through here, and this is the most cool finish you're going to see. 2-0 to us, and that kind of wrapped up the whole damn thing for us, which was glorious. That was Matt Otu's 7th goal of the season, and he's still getting them goals. Did he just do a moonwalk? I swear I just saw him do a moonwalk. That's awesome. So that was that for that game. And stats-wise, we were dominant, as you can see. And this system just works so nicely, and I'm really, really pleased with it. In our next game, of course, we had the Cup. And this wasn't something that you would have seen because the draw hadn't been made at this point. And we got drawn against Radniki Sid. I don't know if Sid means south, potentially, in Serbian. I don't know if that's, like Sud in German. But... We pretty much did exactly what was expected of us. I rested a few players for this one. Not all of them, as you can see from the squad here. We did rest a few players, and we got a thoroughly deserved victory. Very, very comfortable. It took us a little while to get going. 11 minutes into the game, Zivkovic, eventually, the ball is going to round up on the right-hand side here with Karaklic, and he's going to put a delightful ball across. Annan did well here. He was picking some good passes out like that, although it drove him a little bit wide. Lovely work at the back post as well from Zivkovic to nod that down for Strapquilursi to score, and he just wanted to pad his stats in this game. It was clear. It was only his 2nd goal of the season, so it was nice to see him score that. And every time he got on the ball, basically, he was driving at goal and trying to score a goal. And that is exactly what he did to put it 1-0 up. Then things got even better. Now, they actually had a free kick here, but instead of just lumping it into the box, they tried to outplay us, and we're probably the best passing team in the country. And yeah, you can't outplay Red Star at that. And eventually they're going to lose the ball here, and then we just absolutely broke. But I'll say, no, we didn't actually. What we're talking about, that's later on. Ristic there with a lovely ball into Zivkovic, just playing some nice little triangles, really. Zivkovic eventually is going to pass it into the midfield to Annan, who is free again. And once again, he knows how to pick a pass. This time just drops it back. To Stojanovic, of course, was starting for a rare. Annan again rolls around the corner. Strapquilursi, eventually he's going to get it back here, and he just doesn't hesitate to just take a touch and bang, 2-0. And he's got both of them. I thought he's going to get a hat-trick in this game, no question about that. Then, directly from the kickoff, practically, I think it was directly from the kickoff, actually, the ball is, you're actually going to see it. This is directly after that goal. They take the kickoff. Eventually, the ball is going to end up with us as they lump it long. We're going to knock it down, and it's going to be lumped over the top from Kovacic. The defender's going to miss it. Jovic is onto it. So much composure here, and just empty net, 3-0 then. And that was game over. Jovic has scored now as well, but that was his 13th goal of the season. already, I'm sure he's going to get 30 for us this year, and we're at least, I suppose, we're doing Dynamo Kiev a massive favour by having him play so well. The ball, there's a goalmouth scramble here, and eventually it's going to get tapped over the line by Luka Jovic for his, what was that, his 14th goal of the season? He's getting a lot of goals. That's essentially what I'm saying. 4-0 up at half-time, nice and cushy. Now, what you're about to see is probably the most comical thing that we've had for a little while. So, the ball is going to get nudged down, and Mohamed El Monir is going to win this. Basically, it's going to get played in behind, and he's just going to tap it back to our goalkeeper, basically. Nice and simple. Like any child could do it. Oops, I've played in their striker and they've scored with their only shot on target. So Siric makes it 4-1, amazingly. He was playing for Antic, who's picked up a slight knock, so I put him in, and to rest Antic, of course. We did, of course, then get ourselves back. I just made some substitutions to try and rest a few players. Luka Jovic was about to be substituted, and then he completes his hat-trick with his 15th goal of the season, I think now. Amazing. So yeah, good stuff all round there, and that was the last real last real event in that game, which was superb. We then had ourselves a home game, but the thing is, it wasn't really the goalkeeper's fault with anything, it was El Monir's fault massively there, but the goalkeeper is, for me, at fault for this game, and this game we could have scored any number of goals in this one. We really genuinely could, but something quite important happened in this one, and that is Mark Rakowski proved that he is an absolute monster when he's cutting in from that right hand side. A long ball over the top here. Jovic doesn't win the header, but that's no big surprise. Eventually, Cernic, who's actually been doing a very good job in that midfield for us. I genuinely do like the player. He's done a decent job. Antic with the ball. Gavric, eventually it's going to come back to Rakowski, and he just rifles that into the net. Not like a particularly inverted forward type of goal. However, his second two goals in this game, yes, that's right, he's got a hat-trick, are exactly like that. And to make it 2-0, like, they had a man sent off after 14 minutes in this game, so it was pretty much down to us to just slowly wind them down. Look at the amount of players around Gavric, and he keeps the ball here, amazing. Eventually the ball is going to wind up with Rakowski, comes inside, bang! Lovely stuff, almost like Iron Robin S, just cutting inside, and that left foot, absolutely vital there, and 2-0 to us. Then, literally minutes later, wonderful ball whipped in. Otto, well, his header is actually saved, and I thought, damn it. You know, I thought the chance had gone, basically, but no. An amazingly long kick downfield, well defended there, although probably could have maybe just directed that to a teammate rather than back into Ivkovic, but he doesn't really do a lot with it, shall we say. This is probably going to be quite a long high. Oh, eventually we win it back here with Lazic now. Jovic in the midfield. I'm surprised he didn't take this opportunity to fill his boots, really, having done so in the last game. Israelson was good as well, linked up the play well. Rakowski comes inside and loses the ball, but then wins it back again. He was absolutely superb, like genuinely brilliant in this game. Pekovic now, Rakowski brings it down instead of shooting, drops it inside for Otto, and he then makes it 3-0. Rakowski with 2 goals and an assist at this point, just having an amazing game, being unselfish as well as scoring goals. He's just the complete package at the moment. Then, right on the stroke of half-time, well, yeah, you guessed it. Israelson again in the midfield, doing a good job of holding the ball up. Otto this time with the assist. Rakowski inside, strike at the far post. What a hit again. So Otto gets a goal and an assist in this game, and Rakowski gets 3 goals and an assist. And 2 of those goals are absolute belters. He really can hit one. And then, a little bit unfortunate. Once again, only shot on target of the game. Very, very poor goalkeeping. What is he doing? It looks like he's trying to play volleyball between the sticks there. He's having a really poor time of it lately, and I don't know why. So that was a bit depressing from my point of view. Point is, though, we've won all 3 games this month and looked fairly comfortable in all of them, which for me has given us a lot of confidence going into today's game against Red Bull. This is how the league sits at the moment. We are 2 points clear at the top, but we've scored so many more goals than everyone else. 24 goals now in 7 games. We're averaging more than 3 goals a game. Rakowski's now got 6 goals in the league. That is amazing. He's the top rated player in the league as well at the moment. Otto's the second most. Otto and Gavric have 5 assists each, which is good. Most player of the matches, he's right in there as well. Carriman does still have the most clean sheets, amazingly. And as for most yellow cards, we're quite far up there. Injury league table, we're quite low down, but again, it's the players that are injured that it's the problem that's causing us. So let's just take a little look at the squad while we're here. Top goal scorer for us, of course, in all competitions is Luka Jovic with 15 in 13. But Otto's got 8 in 14, which is still pretty decent. And Rakowski, 6 in 8. Bloody amazing. Assist-wise, Otto with 10 in 14 is great. Player of the match, he still has top with 4. Pass rating, well, Cernic has done well. Annan, when he's played, has done well as well. And Otto's got a very decent pass rating for a striker as well. Yellow cards, Jovanovic, Petkovic and Lazic all have 3, which is worrying. Red cards, none yet, which is great. Average rating, Nenad Gavric, interestingly, with a 7.71. those wingers just seem to get great ratings. I expect Rakowski to start catching that up, though, if he keeps playing the way he has. So that brings us to today's game, and we are against Red Bull Salzburg, and it is going to be a toughie. But I've not been deterred. We've got some like suspensions and injuries, and a lot of injuries. But I'm just going to do a quick pick now to sort that out. So Ristic is going to play. Lazic, is that really his natural position? He looks, I swear he's a... Nah, he's more of a centre-back for me, Lazic. But, of course, with the injuries to Antic, Petkovic, obviously Pešnik, Kovacevic, Annan is bloody registered, which is a pain. We are going to have to do it. Bosancic isn't fully fit yet. He is back, but he's not quite fit. Rakowski, though... Oh, was he? I think I know what's happened. He's getting better and better, right? Before, yeah, he's starting to improve as a right-sided attacking midfielder. He's accomplished now, whereas before he was sort of competent, and I'm hoping that I'm training him in that position so that he can play there like fully fluently, so to speak. And yeah, so he'll have natural. I'm also training Savicevic to play there too, just because if we're playing this system more, I don't want to lose the effectiveness of players like Vukan Savicevic, because he's such a great player, but he's more of a central player. So I'd like to train him to play on that right-hand side naturally as well, and maybe train him to play on the left-hand side naturally as well, so we can get both of those going. That'd be glorious. So that's what we're going to go with for today. I think our weak link could be down that right-hand side. I am going to go with the attacking style. If things go a bit wrong, we can always revert back, because they are going to push at us a little bit today, but the fact is we still need to try and... These are games that we need to be trying to win, basically. I think that this is our best chance of doing it. If we can win in Austria, there's a big opportunity for us to go on and actually get third place and get our first ever Champions League win. Apparently they reckon it's going to be a draw. They are the favourites, though, so they're still a decent side, but they are by far the weakest in this group. We've got to watch out for Alan, which is a fantastic name. I assume he's Brazilian. I wish he was from, like, Romford. That would be even better. Just Alan, etc. You notice that Astra Giorgio actually got themselves through to the group stage, so well done them. I don't even have their logo in the game, unless that actually is their logo. It just looks like one of the default logos. So Porto are playing Bayern today. I presume that Bayern are probably... Are they at home? No, they're away. Anything could happen there. So I'm just... I'll be very curious to see what happens. I'm hoping that Mihailo Ristic can put in another top performance for us. He's been great for us in Europe. For some reason, I didn't register him for our league campaign, which is absurd, so I'm going to fix that the moment I get a chance to, I promise, because it's really irritating. I really need to go through and do that manually, because before it's always been fine asking my assistant, but now he's just picking all kinds of players and putting in like youth players that are rubbish and taking out players that are actually decent, like Mihailo Ristic and Annan, for example, who can't play in the Champions League for that very reason. But I will be fixing it the next chance I get, although I don't know if I actually do get another chance in that. Let's just see. We are away at Red Bull Salzburg, and that is a big deal for us. I just hope that we don't screw this up too badly. I'd love to see us win here, but it is away from home, and I do fear that that could be the problem. Oh, hello. Chance for us. Lazic now. Ristic. Back to Darko Lazic. Can he get a good cross? Whipped it all the way across to Jovic. I don't know what really happened there. I don't know whether that was a chance or... Well, they're calling it that. Long ball in, and Tropic, and it's cleared away for a corner. I don't know really what happened. Jovic looked like he just went in for a sort of 50-50 with the keeper, and the keeper basically won. But it's good to see him getting in those positions. Cleared away, and Otto's got it here. Oh, please use Luka Jovic. Don't just have a run yourself. You're not the fastest, mate. And why is the over... Oh, come on. Oh, what are you doing? Well done, Darko Lazic there, cleaning up. Cernic. Oh, there was a ball played through the middle there on... We've started off relatively well. Opening few minutes, there's not been a lot of chances for either side, but we are getting more possession, which for me is a good sign. We're limiting the amount of shots they're having, which again is a good sign. We're doing quite well. For the away team, it's pretty decent performance. Bitaki. Or Bitiki. That's a long ball to no one. Don't you dare screw this up, though. El Monier. Oh, I always worry when he does that now. Every time he gets the ball in that position, I worry that he's going to play a horrible back pass. Jovic surely will spread it out wide to Gavric, who's been absolutely brilliant this season. He loves cutting inside, and I think... Oh, balls. And here's Alan now, the Trequartista. Could have put a tackle in there, but all there. Whips it all the way across, and oh, what a miss that is from Trupic. Probably should have done a little bit better there. Nobody's actually hit the target yet in this game, which is interesting. I would take a 0-0 or a draw away at Salzburg if we've played really well, because then I'd feel that we can beat them at home. Oh, they've finally had a shot on target, but we haven't. And oh dear. Hopefully they won't score right on the stroke of half-time. That would be disappointing. But we've played okay. It's just not been perfect. Cleared away. Ristic with the flick on. But it's not going to go to anyone. It's Stefan Ilsanker. Remember him from St. Pauli? Vieira now. Presumably not Patrick. Oh, thank God for that. That would have been a pain in the arse there. Hits the post in the end, but that was some woeful defending from Jovanovic there, and he's so reliable, like, usually anyway. Right. Things are okay at the moment, but I might still, if it gets to like 65 minutes, I may switch to our slightly more defensive strategy. Play a counter style, kind of like we did against Porto in the last game, because they are looking slightly. They've actually had 3 clear-cut chances in this game. Ball across, Gavrich! Oh my days! Surely that's not offside. It's offside. It's offside. It's offside. Bloody hell! That was the moment that Nenad Gavrich became a hero. Was he offside though? Yes, he was. What are you doing, Nenad? Just get onside. Good finish from him in the end, but keeper was rubbish there. But I suppose he probably thought it was offside, and he probably had every right to think that, I guess. Just make this table here a little bit bigger. Oh, no, not a free kick. Oh, of course. Oh, well. Thank God it's hit the crossbar. Oh, I'll tell you what, a break on here. And Otto, can he flick it to anyone? No, that's a poor ball. Ristic is running beyond, but he's never going to catch that. So we've still yet to hit the actual target in this game yet. We started off quite well, but they just seem to have nullified us a little bit. And I'm just wondering if maybe we need a little bit more up top and maybe just a little bit more cover defensively. So I'm going to give it a little bit more time, just to see how this second half unfolds a little before I make the change. That was poor from Ristic. He could have placed us into trouble. This is going straight into that gap. Yep. And then it's going to go straight into the middle, and that's going to be... Oh, what a save. Well done, Harriman. You've just made up for... Well, not yet, maybe, but you've just done a little bit towards making up for your woeful performance against Porto in the last game. Cleared away again, but we need to make a change, I think. Things are not working for us at the moment. I'm thinking... No, wait, not that one. That's the one. Cernic will flip that over. Have we got a DU on the bench? No, we don't. Because Kovacevic is injured. Otto is going to come off, though, and we're going to bring on the man himself, Vukan Savicevic. Not Savicevic, it's Savicevic, isn't it? Sorry, guys. I'm still getting there with my Serbian naming conventions. Ristic with a brilliant tackle there. I am, however, going to switch that off of attacking and throw it on control, actually, not counter, because we've got more of the ball, so it might be wise to keep it on control, but just have someone sitting in front of the back four to try and mop those balls up and give us someone a little bit further forward to try and get us a bit more when we do get the ball. Hopefully this should work, but I'd take the 0-0 if it happens. If it comes to it, then we'll take the 0-0. But I don't want to lose this by like... Oh, he's going to knock it inside here. Ibrahimi, don't concede a penalty. Win it. Oh, what are you doing? What is the goalkeeper doing? They've started to look a lot better in this second. What is the keeper doing there? Like, I know he's following the ball, but this is what I hate about them. Like, it's crossed across, so he runs all the way across his goal and then just sort of stands there and slowly trots back across. What are you doing? You should be scrambling like a crazy man to try and get on the end of that. Oh, I can't believe we're losing this one now. Although, they've played better than us. That has to be said. And the tactic we've been using isn't... What the hell? Isn't working. It's not like it's a two-legged tie, it's points, and the only thing I can hope is that consistently getting to the group stage might improve. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what a strike from Valon Berisha, but what can we do about that? I mean, that's a great hit. Take nothing away from him, but maybe the keeper should be keeping that out, I don't know. I mean, he's a long, long way out here, Berisha. And oh, it's a beautiful hit. That curled so lovely. Yeah, I can't really see us doing much from this game now. Oh my days. Did the keeper head that? Did the keeper put that in his own? He did, didn't he? Oh my god. What is it with Europe and goalkeepers? This is the same strategy, though, remember, that I'm using now, that we played in Europe last season, and it did alright for us. What happened here? Did the keeper just hit this into his own net? Oh, for the love of Jesus. He's gone right at his hands, and he's still put it in his own net. Berisha with the ball along. Right, cleared away now. Go on, Mark. Have a little run at this now, and people should be absolutely busting a nut to get forward here. And they've defended that quite... Oh, for the love... They're not that much better than you. Batiki, Allen. And it's just deflected straight back to him. Because that's how you goalkeep. That's what football do to you. This is depressing now. It's actually started off quite well. And, like, I'm not absolving my defenders of blame, please, because they've been woeful at times. Oh, you're joking. That's what football do to you. Stracqualersi, I guess. Then that was why it's made my substitution for me, essentially. I was going to do that anyway, but... Europe has not been kind to us so far. I don't know what was going on last year. We were getting some results in games, and this year it has just been unmitigated shit, it seems. Savicevic now. Risic will probably get a late goal back, just like we did in the last game. The difference was against Porto, we were actually looking quite decent at times. We should have gone for a more defensive approach for this game, I feel. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe use our... Oh, Cernic is going to get us sent off as well now. Shoot me now. It goes from badder to worser. They've scored like... Oh, dear. Right, yeah, there you go. There's your second yellow card, tish. Well, what do you want me to do? There's not really much I can do about that. We're just going to have to play without him. I expect they're going to get more goals now, but what choice have we got? If you can find a pass out, that's a good ball, but Stracqualersi's it's kind of behind him. He's almost certainly going to lose it immediately anyway. He's not really the fastest. Unless he could find that inside forward. Oh, what are you doing? Play him in. You wait for ages for him to make that run and then just shoot from long range. I mean, this is more of a you deserve to lose 4-0 type of game. Whereas against Porto, we absolutely didn't deserve that result. And I think this might be it for us in Europe already at this rate. We're going to have to do some serious work in those home games. But I don't know. We've got a home game against these guys, which we absolutely have to win to have any chance of anything ever. We've just not been good enough today. Nothing we've changed, nothing we've done has made any difference. That they've been very, very solid, actually. I'm surprised at how good they've been, considering. But then, just because they've got a low seed doesn't mean they've got... Low seed. Doesn't mean they're impotent. Doesn't mean they can't shoot. And doesn't mean they haven't got good players that can do that. Oh, Stracqualersi gets one back. At least that will make the goal difference slightly less awful. It's our only shot on target of this entire game. But Stracqualersi has at least taken a slight bit of the damage out. And then Gavric is going to get himself yet another assist this season. Good cross in and a great header, actually. So it's a good goal. But we've not done enough of it. That's been the problem today. Savicevic, surely not another goal for us here. Rakowski out on the right-hand side. Ball across and it's going to be cleared. And surely going to put... Oh, wow. Terrible defending. Oh, it's in the back of the net. Amazingly. Oh, it's an own goal. What the hell? I thought that was a goal for Stracqualersi. They've really taken their foot off the gas in these last few minutes here. Savicevic with a great strike. Hits the crossbar. And I don't know what happened here. Did he clear it against his goalkeeper? Nope, he's just kicked it into his own net. That is glorious. Well done. Well done. More of that, please. Not enough left for us to really get a third goal, but... Oh, don't believe it. If we got a third goal... Can you imagine what that... Oh, this is going to go straight into that huge gaping gap that's emerged, which we finally plugged. Oh, no, wait, we haven't. And, Ankerson makes it 5. Well, when you go for it, you go for it. You leave yourself as exposed. They've had 9 clear-cut chances. They deserve to win the game. Then again, we had 8 against Benfica, against Porto, and only scored 1 goal, so I guess that makes no difference to us. 5-2 here. Disappointing, really. We've got Bayern away next. I will be playing our very, very defensive strategy in that game. Rest assured of that one, lads. Europe does not look too good for us. But the point is we're at least here, which means we're still going to get the money from being in the group stage. And it's going to improve our coefficient once again by being in there again. And I'm hoping that soon we can go up and get ourselves put into another... Like, we don't have to do quite so many qualifying rounds, maybe. It'll give us more of a pre-season. So, that was disappointing. In the next episode, you can join us where we will be playing Bayern Munich at home. So that's going to be a tough one. Not entirely sure how well that's going to go, especially since we're probably going to get absolutely tronked in the away leg, but only time will tell. So guys, if you like what you're seeing, please feel free to drop a like on the video, and if you'd like to even more than that, please feel free to subscribe to my channel for more Red Star Belgrade and Portsmouth in your inbox every single day at 5:30 and 8 o'clock. And I will see you guys in the next episode for the game against FC Bayern München.